What are the blockages of your connection? Why you guys are constantly fighting and coming forward and just breaking up? Let us check that together. It might be a little bit intense sometimes for some people, but let's get it done because it's important. When you know what is the problem, then you can deal with this, right? So let's get you got the point. But it is a collective reading. To book a paid private reading, only option is to email me at divinemothersguidance@gmail.com. You should be copying it from my TikTok screen or YouTube description box. My only YouTube channel is Let's Ask Tarot. Okay, if you support my YouTube channel, that's a really big help because I get help from there, right? So please do that for me. And if you follow me on my TikTok or Instagram, there is a high chance the scammers will follow you, offer you another email address or another WhatsApp number or things like saying that that got hacked, blocked. But remember, I will never do that, okay? I will never give you WhatsApp number. I will never give you any other email ID. And I will never message you on TikTok because my TikTok messages are permanently turned off. And even I have seen that in my YouTube channel when people are commenting, the scammers go there and comment on their comments and saying that, this is my WhatsApp number. I got a dream about you and shit show. No, those are not me. Shame. Okay. Subconscious negative beliefs. Lack of self-commitment. Okay. People pleasing. Lack of forgiveness. Unhealthiness. Negative self-image, toxicity, shame. You know what? No matter whatever this card's coming up, all of the cards are connected to only one thing. It's like why it's all about your subconscious negative beliefs. So why it is like that? So now let me explain to a little bit. Okay. Now when you grow up as a child, you learn things seeing your parents, right? You see them eating with their hand, so you learn to eat with your hand. You see them eating with your chopstick, you learn to do it that way. You see them speaking Hindi, English, Bengali, you learn it accordingly, right? So exactly the same way you learn the values. You learn the values seeing your parents or reading the books or watching shows that have been presented to you. So this is the way you develop an internal belief system, like internal working model of you. And based on the internal working model, you start seeing the world and the other people. In some cases, some people do have a very rigid view, and some cases people are very, they change. They keep changing their belief system depending on what kind of human being you are. Some people, when we get a lot of childhood neglect or maybe abandonment by the parents due to whatever is the reason, you don't have to be the bad parents. They might be busy with their work. They might be busy with the other children. They might be having any physical, mental illness. So whatever is the reason, if a child doesn't get that love from the parent and always had to work hard to see some kind of attention from the parent, they turn into a people that that's what it gets imprinted in your mind, that I always have to work hard to get love. Love is not coming towards me. I will be always getting this kind of fraction of attention. Sometimes I will get it, sometimes I'm not. There is no consistency. This is what I'm supposed to get. And these are the people who turn into anxious people, anxious attachment style. And in some households where the children, they don't do emotions, okay, probably the parents were telling the child, oh, you should not be crying, why you are crying, forget about this kind of emotion, why you are being so sad, this is not a good emotion. So the child is feeling some emotion, but there's nobody to communicate those emotions. But they cannot even blame the parents. Maybe the parents are literally doing a lot of things for them. They might be providing them all the logistical help, finances, school, good things. So they only feel like everything is good. Only thing is that the feelings that I'm feeling, nobody else in this household is feeling that. So maybe I am internally defective because I am feeling this. So what they learn, rather than going to the parents and express that, they start to cope with them alone. Okay. They just create a mental thing like, okay, I cannot talk about it anymore. It is not safe to feel feelings. So I need to suppress it. Anytime some kind of overwhelming feelings comes, I need to suppress it because there is nobody to discuss. Nobody talks about it. My parents are not that kind of emotional. So I am only feeling it. So definitely I am the defective. So first thing, they learn to suppress the feelings. And secondly, they develop a feeling of internally, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. Something is wrong with me. Okay. But they don't know what it is. Something is wrong because I am feeling feelings which my parents are not feeling. Nobody else in this house is feeling. Nobody's talking about emotions. Total emotionless house. So these are the people who turn into avoidant attachment style. So what happens to the avoidant? Like when they come too much of emotional intimacy or too much of emotional vulnerability in a relationship is needed, they freak it out, because that's exactly triggers the childhood trauma. Like, I don't know, that emotion is coming, but I don't know how to deal with this, because in childhood, whenever this kind of emotion will come, I will suppress it. So right now, what I have to do is suppress myself. And I cannot deal with this, so better I run away from the situation. So this kind of people, both of the people actually do self-sabotaging the relationship. Anxious as well as avoidant in a different way. All right. So the self-commitment is like this. The thing is like when you are not feeling that you are not worthy enough. So you expect like what I expect in a relationship. The relationship. So now what happens? You grow with that. So let me talk about the anxious first. So I'm mixing it up anyway. So when you are anxious, so you have that kind of belief system, right? And what you have internally, that's what you attract outside. That's how the law of attraction shit works. So you internally feel like this is love. Love means chaos. Sometimes I will get some kind of commitment, sometimes not. Emotionally unavailable people are my type. So you will attract people who are emotionally unavailable. Either they are avoidant, or they are married, or they are, they have commitment issues and things like that. You will attract those kind of people. Okay. So they will actually validate the feeling that you have inside as a child, that I'm not worthy enough. I only can get this kind of breadcrumbs because my parents used to breadcrumb me. And this person is exactly showing me this is what it is. So this is my soulmate. Oh my gosh. This is what I was looking for the rest of my life. Now, in the situation, if somebody truly comes who is really invested in you, they are not making any chaos, they are consistent, you feel like, oh my gosh, such a boring human being. I don't like it. Because your internal working model or your internal thought about love is not aligning with that. So you will feel bored in that stable relationship. So the thing is, and the avoidant, what the avoidant do? They will really crave for connection, right? They will really crave for connection, because at the end of the day, they are human being. There is a difference between an avoidant and a narcissist. Narcissist fuck love. Okay. Avoidant truly want love. So when they see you, they truly feel like the connection. They really want you. And you have a shared fantasy. So in the beginning, it is so beautiful. They're investing in you. They're feeling something, all those happy hormones, and they're liking it. But slowly, when it starts developing, you are asking for more commitment, more time, more things. So now the thing comes, what the fuck is happening? I'm like, why I'm feeling so much? It's like so much of demand. How do I deal with this? I don't know. And I'm not really liking it, because in childhood you used to have those feelings and you didn't like it, like, and you used to suppress that. So now you feel like, no, I need to suppress this. I need to pull back from this person. Now what I have to do? You need to get into something like a hobby or some kind of addiction. Maybe you will start discarding this person and just get into watching movies or playing games, going out with the friends, something that will keep them detached from you. This is what the avoidant do after some time. They start pulling back and they start pushing you. Okay. So this is the reason you see that avoidant pattern. Initially, they're just so invested, and that gets in your brain, and then you start seeing them pulling back and you can't make any sense of it. All right. So this is what it is. There's two different kind of people, and this avoidant, they will, after some time, you will ask them more and more commitment. They will see that why you are asking for more commitment. You mean to say that I'm not good enough. What I'm doing is not good enough for you. So you mean to say I'm defective. You are not saying that at all, but they will connect it to their belief system. Oh, you mean to say I'm not good enough. You mean to say I cannot give you what. So what can I do? You go and have somebody else, because I cannot do anything better than this. This is all I can do. So this is what they will start telling you. Okay. This is a typical 5 by 5 on the count. This is a typical avoidant and anxious people's mentality. So this is, both of them are unhealthy. Both of people have a negative self-image. The avoidants do have it like, oh, I'm not good enough, because if I feel the feelings, that is wrong, because nobody felt that. So they deep inside feel that core belief, I am a defective, I'm not a good human being, I have some kind of problem. I don't know what, but I have some kind of problem. And the anxious people think that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of love. So whatever I get, I only deserve the people who breadcrumbs me and who treats me badly. That's what I deserve in my life. So anybody try to give them true attention, you will push them away. So this is the problem. Another thing is like, definitely both of these are toxic. Another thing I'm sensing is a lack of forgiveness. That's a very typically a kind of avoidant people. These people, and especially the people who don't lack emotional intelligence. Those are the people who cannot empathize with other people. They cannot see other people's perspective. And they are not mature enough to understand what you did, how you did, and to process that emotion, it takes them a long time. So the people who lack emotional intelligence, they will lack the forgiveness. So maybe that you or your person, whoever you are dealing with this connection, lack this forgiveness part. So they might, if you do something, they probably will hold on to that for a long time. Emotional regulation is very difficult for them. They cannot regulate themselves emotionally very soon. They take really long time. So if there is something happens and you broke up, and they will be like holding on to the anger for real long time. Now, if you approach them, go back to them and you ask them, they will just push you away, lash at you, but you constantly keep on explaining. Okay, I didn't mean that. I love you. You are good. You are very good. You are not bad. I didn't mean that. You feel bad about it. No, I didn't mean. So you keep doing this, and slowly that calms them down. I have seen it so precisely in my life. Like, I didn't even mean something, they will think about and create in their mind. And that's like, they will be so strong in that opinion that it takes me ages to make this understand that I didn't even mean this. And to make it calm down and understand that this is what it is. I didn't even mean this. If they become very strong in their opinion that this is right. You said that. You meant that. You no matter how much you try to make them understand that, you never meant it, because they have internal model of defectiveness. They feel this is the core shame, core belief system shame, that I'm not good. In childhood, I didn't feel good. I did lots of wrong things. I have bad. They don't forgive themselves. That's why they're always very sensitive about criticism. So even if you say something which has nothing to do with that kind of words they're using, you might be saying, I'm a fake, I'm this, I'm that. They will be bringing the words that you will be thinking, my goodness, in my fucking life, I never thought of this kind of words. They will bring those words, and they will always go to extreme words. I've seen extreme words that I can't even imagine that this is a simple thing. Why the extreme words comes? Like, you tell me I'm fake. You tell me I am liar. You maybe I'm a cheater. I'm this and that. I mean, oh my God. So you have no clue where, because they deep inside feel that they are not worthy enough. They always connect these things to you. So if you are dealing with someone, understand that these are the things that are the blockages in this connection. So whoever is resonating with what, I don't know, but just these are the things that you need to understand, that due to subconscious belief system and lack of self-commitment, which is kind of, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough. People do is a people pleasing behavior. You keep on giving all the benefits of doubt to them, and you keep on walking on eggshells, giving up your needs and emotional needs. They are not fulfilled. So after you keep on suppressing them, and by walking, there is no safe space. This person will not be able to take any kind of thing. So what you keep on doing, suppressing your emotion, and then one day it's boom. It booms. You cannot deal with that anymore. And negative self-image, as I said, that's something definitely, and all those things are unhealthy. So the way it starts is starting to love yourself and start to give the commitment to yourself, loving yourself the way you are, accepting yourself the way you are. Like, okay, I have these problems, and understanding that I have the childhood trauma. That is a huge part of the healing. Avoidant do that. So anxious people do that, but I have seen rarely avoidant people understand that they have a childhood trauma. So very hard, but you don't try. If you have an anxious person and you have an avoidant partner, don't try to go and to explain them that you are avoiding, you have childhood trauma. They will never understand you. They will bash and lash at you. Okay. All you can do is focus on your own healing, focus on your own journey, focus on your self-love, so that you don't get triggered by them, or you can walk away from this connection if it is not serving you. Or even if you decide to stay in this, because there are many people with a long-term relationship, marriage and children. So if you really want to stay in this relationship, all you have to do is heal yourself, be emotionally independent, and see the person, what they're coming from, why they're acting like that. Take them as wounded toddlers, and that's the only way you can deal with these people. Otherwise, it's very difficult. That was my alarm. So it will be very difficult to continue this kind of relationship. So all you need to learn is to focus on yourself, create your world, create your support system where there will be a lot of friends and family who can support you when you go through difficult time, and this avoidant pull back. And remember that they have a tendency of pulling back, and you don't freak out. If they pull back, if they take weeks, days, months, don't worry. Let them take the time, let them regulate themselves. When they're supposed to come back, they will come back. That's all you can deal with. Otherwise, I don't know any other way out with these kind of people. All right. Heal yourself and love yourself. That's it. Take care.